Thank you, everybody, for jumping on our team Zoom. It's so awesome to see everybody. I am actually on vacation in Napa, so you can see. Well, I have wine because, of course, we're in Napa. But we're like on the balcony, and it's cool. It's fun. That's like the beauty of this job, right? You can do this from anywhere. So anywhere, it's so cool, right? Quick announcement for my team. I know Megan's team is on also because we were taking advantage of Amber and how awesome she is. We're doing our sneak peek. Starts a week from today, so start inviting to our sneak peek group. And then super quick recognition to everyone who killed it last week. Jean Reed, Aaron Wilson, Melody Viscusi all had over 500 PC. And everyone who rocked it in Success Club. Jean Reed had 26 Success Club points. I had 19. Kat McMaster had 14. Had 10. Jackie McFarland had 12. Maria Titino had 10. Maccabees had 12. Cassian had 6. 6. 6. And Arabia And is there a super bad status that I can hear? Yeah. Okay. Amber, is it when you talk?
Yeah, you sounded fine, and then it just like got weird.
I think you're fine. Wait, okay. Hopefully we're good. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. Next thing I just wanted to do, because I want to get to the good stuff, which is Amber, not me. So I wanted to introduce, we have Amber Snow is our guest speaker, and this girl's amazing. I've been a coach for 5 years. I don't know how long she's been a coach, but I remember like stalking her when I was a newer coach, because when I was a coach, like back then we didn't have challenge packs, and then challenge packs were released, and this girl was bam, 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 like all over it. She got invited to be in a private jet with Carl Deichler for being like the top challenge pack sales lady. And she was a top 10 coach and a Success Club All-Star legend and just like a bazillion other things. She is awesome. So I hope you guys have something to take notes with. I know I am taking a lot of notes, and let's just get to the good stuff, Amber. It's all you, girl.
That's awesome. I have been a coach a really long time. I'm glad like someone else has been around since before there were challenge packs. I always feel like a dinosaur. That's awesome. Question. So I have like a lot of stuff to say, and I have this problem where I talk too much. So what time does this call end?
It ends when you're done.
Well, you're recording it, so if people like fall asleep or need to leave.
No, dude, we're taking advantage. So as long as you speak, I'm here.
I had 2 sections with like 5 bullet points, and I was like, oh, it's so pretty. And then it just like exploded all over the other side of the paper, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna say so many things.
No, we're here and we're ready for you.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna talk to you guys today about the importance of going Emerald and the importance of doing it quickly to build a proper foundation in your business. Some of the benefits that you're gonna get from that, and then I'm gonna give you some how-to, right? Because it's all good and well, like you want to do something, but figuring out how to do it is usually the hard part. So we'll work on the motivation piece, and then of course the execution piece. So going Emerald, in my opinion, is something that should be done immediately. And when I say immediately, I mean like the day you start. Maybe the week you sign up. And signing up people to come with me. I understand that can be intimidating, but it's something that if you personally do, or if you create in your downline, can make a really big difference in the longevity and the stability of your team. So if you've already become an Emerald coach, which I imagine many of you have already, listen to me from a standpoint of why do I want this for my coaches? Okay, because there's a few things on here might not apply to you, but if you can teach this, it will help you a lot. So I have the tangible stuff things that you get from the company and things like that, and then the intangible stuff. I think the intangible stuff is the things people don't realize are so important. The tangible things that you get for being an Emerald coach are, of course, a team cycle bonus. And if anyone is unaware of what that is, you get a bonus based on the people in your downline, how many sales they do and people they bring in, that sort of stuff. I'm not going to try to explain it because either you don't know what it is and I'm going to confuse you, or you already know and you don't need to hear it, right? So if you don't understand cycle bonus, oh, that's my face, holy shit, okay. Well, I'm going to look at you guys instead, but I know that you guys will still just be able to see me. If I do this, right? You guys can still just see me if I click that, okay. That was intense. All right. You guys ever stayed at a hotel and they have those mirrors that like super make your face huge? And you're like, why didn't anyone tell me I need to pluck my eyebrows like that badly? Right? You've had this experience? That's sort of what that was right there for me. But I'm okay now. We're okay. So team cycle bonuses, the reason why I think that this is really important is because this is what is the passive income. When I was newer, she was absolutely right. Like I was killing it on those challenge packs. And challenge packs came out, I had a foundation already sort of built because I've been a coach for about a year. And I was really excited about them. And I told everyone how excited I was. However, an older coach like sat me down and she was like, I've been in the business she was a founding coach. She goes, Amber, you do the volume of like 8 diamonds. If I had you on my team, like I would just send you presents every day. Like this was her, she was like, this is crazy. However, do you want to make $50,000 a year or $500,000 a year? I was like, well, this seems like a trick question, right? Now, of course, at that point in my business, I could never see making $500,000 in a year. I mean, come on. Like there was just, that was so beyond like my comprehension of what's possible for anyone, let alone me. But I understood what she meant. She told me continuing to just focus on sales is like blowing up a balloon, the same balloon, over and over and over again and never timing it. It's exhausting. And eventually you've blown up 100 balloons and you have no actual balloons. Like, what have you accomplished here? So she set me on a little bit of a different path, which was team building. And now when you look at like my weekly checks, if you look at like the little chunks, right, the commission is very little relative to the team bonus. It's probably like 10% of the team bonus, like ratio wise. And that's because I understood that if I wanted to have a passive income that allowed me freedom and allowed me to fulfill my why, I needed to build a team under me. I really enjoyed sales. I know that not everyone resonates with that, but I actually worked in sales for many years. So that came naturally to me. But building a team did not. And that took me some effort. And I had to understand the value of it. Now, I was at this point already a diamond. It took me 10 months to become a diamond. And I want to share this with you because it took me 28 coaches to become a diamond. You might be doing it wrong, right? If it takes you 28 coaches, what are you doing? So what I wasn't doing was focusing on the benefits of becoming an emerald for them. And I didn't really understand the benefits of becoming an emerald for me. I just went out and signed everybody up, right? Which is all good and well, but it doesn't actually work. So I had to learn the benefits of being an emerald, not only for myself, what I was gaining out of it, but what they were going to receive as well. The cycle bonus was a really big one that I was able to share with people. My second favorite, more tangible item is the customer leads. So if you're making Success Club, I have to say this so carefully, it's really important to make Success Club. However, if you just make Success Club at a coach status, you make Success Club and Success Club and Success Club and Success Club, that's wonderful. But you're only ever going to get paid on the work that you have completed. Does that make sense? Like you're only getting paid for the people who you signed up. However, if you make Success Club 10 now, just put this out here because they did change the rules. If you make Success Club 10 and you are an Emerald coach, now you are accumulating. And what you're accumulating is customer leads, Success Club leads. Someone ask your upline what the rules are on that, but like the 5 and the 10 and all of that. But the point is, when I look in my online office, looking back from when I first started working the business in 2011, I have over, I think, 1,100 customers. Can you imagine having an extra 1,100 customers? Thank you. Yes, that one. I was like, someone help me. I don't know what the rules are. It's been a hot minute since that's mattered, right, to me. But, so Success Club 5, you get the customer lead. And some people, I think, kind of like shun the success, like the customer leads, because they don't come with money right then and there. But I have a diamond on my team who was a lead. It happens all the time. And you know what else? Last month, actually the last 3 months, because it's a busy part of the year, I've gotten between 4 and 6 Success Club points from leads that have been under me for a year plus. So they pop up out of nowhere. I don't even know. Like I said in my newsletter, I try to say hi, and they mostly ignore me, right? But then they make a purchase, and thanks, that got me over Success Club 25, and last month 30. Like, cool. I would have been, 4 or 6 points less. It would have just been my effort. So now I've accumulated all these customers. And if you stay Emerald and above, and you hit Success Club, you get paid on everybody you've accumulated. That's a lot of money. Can you imagine if all 1,100 of them were like making a purchase? Oh my God, I can't do it. Like, that'd be crazy. But that is a really big difference in, that's why you see like these people, and it takes so much work when you're in the beginning and you're just, like, I'm trying so hard. I'm making like $0.005 an hour, making like negative money an hour with all this effort I'm putting in. And then like 3 or 4 years in, you see these people hitting Millionaire Club, and you're like, what? There's such a huge gap between me and them, but such a small amount of time. What is the difference? It's momentum. That's what it is. It's momentum of building a business. So the momentum of bringing in those leads, but the momentum of you building your business. I think that one's a little bit more intangible for people. They don't realize that going Emerald very, very quickly creates a momentum. Creates momentum with, somebody is definitely unmuted. It's Vanessa. Vanessa, can you mute yourself? I can see you getting highlighted. Can you mute yourself?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
She can't hear me. That's classic. There we go. Perfect. Great. That's so funny. She's like, what? I can't. That's awesome. Okay. Well, something intangible is the momentum that you get, right? You come in and you get this confidence because you hit a milestone really, really quickly. That makes a difference. The longer people are in the business and they don't see something that they can put their hands on, whether it's an income, a rank advance, some sort of recognition, the less likely they're going to stay. That's something that you want to accomplish very, very quickly, both for yourself and for everyone else you're going to sign going forward. Because if you sign up to people quickly, and that's your story going forward, as you bring people into the business and they go, what do I do? You go, here, let me tell you. Here's what I did. And they go do what you did. And then they get momentum and they get confidence. And the people around everybody kind of take you more seriously. All of a sudden, they kind of thought you were screwing around, just sharing annoying links on Facebook and selfies. And then your upline tags you in something, celebrating you for an accomplishment. And they don't know what it means, right? They just know you're having some success pretty quickly from what they can tell. And then you're sharing success of your downline. And they're like, whoa, not only is she successful, the people that work with her are successful. Recognition goes a really long way, right, in letting the people around you know that you should be taken seriously. Another intangible piece of going Emerald very quickly. Most people go, oh, she's not screwing around. And I think a lot of times we shy away from making the announcement or letting anyone know that we're doing this because we don't want them to be waiting for us to fail. Right? So we almost don't want that recognition, or we don't want to achieve anything too quickly because what if it fizzles out? What if it doesn't work, right? Well, if you have this momentum going and you create this confidence, then you're able to continue and repeat it, not only for yourself, but for your downline. If you were focused on going Emerald every single month, it would only take you, 5 months to get to Diamond? Is that how that would work? 4 months? No, there's 8, you need 8, right? And then they got to work it out too. So in 4 months, you have all of your pieces in place via diamond, and in theory, you would have been teaching them the same things. Your emerald would already be there. Now, I know 4 months isn't setting any major records or anything. I know the record's like 48 hours, whatever. But hey, if everyone on your team went diamond in 4 months, that would not suck. Am I right? So I feel like that's something. Oh, my husband called my business a pyramid scheme, I think, until like last year. Whatever. they don't know. They don't know. It's fine. So yeah, it's really important that you create that momentum for yourself to create the confidence, but also to create duplication for your downline. I actually did a call recently. I did a leadership ladder training for, it was a bunch of elite coaches, and like only their Success Club people could come. If you made successful, you got to go to this training. And I got to do the piece on how we get paid. And I actually made a little slide for them. I wish I had it for you guys, where I showed them that X number of emeralds in your downline is actually more money than the 5-star bonus. And it blew everyone's mind because everyone's so focused on getting there, not realizing that if you create all of these emeralds and they create emeralds and everybody creates emeralds, it's basically like building your business 3-to-1 every single time you sign someone up, right? So from a cycle bonus standpoint and an income standpoint, what was that statistic? What was it? I don't know. Could have been anything. Who even know? This was like a month ago. It's so gone. Sorry, guys. If I can find it, I have the video somewhere. I can figure out what it was. But it really, like, if you pay attention to, if you had an emerald and they, you know, everybody's active on Shakeology and you do all the math there, the 5-star bonus is what, like a few grand, something like that, 4 times a year. But if you have those emeralds steady throughout your business for the whole year, it actually comes out to be more money. So I think we forget them. I think we forget how important it is. And if we don't do it ourselves, then we can't teach it. And if we can't teach it, they're not going to do it. And you're actually kind of screwing people who you sign up out of money. I mean, I take a lot of I run this business a lot from obligation and responsibility to the people I sign up because I didn't have an upline. And so I think I sometimes go maybe overboard on that. But I feel like it's my job to help them make as much money as possible and to have as much success as possible. And not necessarily worry about my own stuff. But what happens is your stuff gets taken care of, right? Okay. I didn't do these in order, so just bear with me. Showing people you're serious, not only the people around you, but how about your upline? I mean, way to show your upline that you're like not messing around, right? Like, hey, I deserve one-on-one calls with you. I'm taking this seriously. I want to learn more. If you see a training and you think of me, send it to me. There are too many people in anybody's organization. I don't care if you've got 5 coaches in your downline. There's too many for you to equally distribute your time to everyone and take care of your family, and take care of your day job, and take care of your spouse, and take care of your school, and take, you name it, right? There's too many people for you to equally distribute that time. And it will only get harder as you grow. But when someone goes emerald in my organization, yes, I see them sign up, and then I see them sign up 2 people. Oh, they're getting a text from me. I don't care where they are. Because they could be your next elite coach. If they're taking it seriously like that, they have my attention. So it does show your upline and whoever's above them that you're serious. I think that's important because for me, I do run this like a business. I've always been more of a business person than a fitness person. I love working in the entrepreneurial space and in startups and things like that. And I want to work with people that get me fired up. I don't work with people that drain me or make me less for the next person, right? I want to work with people that are, like, I'm excited when I got phone with them because of the potential they have and the things that they're doing. There's no way for your upline to know that you're that person if you don't put results. You might feel that way inside. You might be sitting back going, no, I'm going to make a perfect plan. It's going to be great. I'm going to do this first, and I'm going to line up all these ducks in a row, and then they're all going to waddle off, and it's never going to happen. And where are you going to be? You're going to have it in your heart that you want to be that person or you deserve that person's time, but you will have never shown them anything. So to me, it's really important when I see it in my PS coaches or otherwise, they do get more attention from me because I just think that they're more serious. So, yes, 3 more points on this section. Here we go, guys. I think that one thing to remember is that just because you might feel shaky or just not confident or unsure that this is even going to work, like, that doesn't mean the people you sign up are going to feel that way. I have so many times, you guys, had people come in to help somebody out, and they're my Success Club All-Star. Like, not under me, obviously, because like, it was my PS coach who just like wanted to get to Emerald. They signed their best friend, and then their best friends like made Success Club like 10 months in a row. It happens all the time. So just because you might not have the confidence doesn't mean the people in your life are also lacking that. So it's not really fair to not invite them and not ask them because you don't think you're ready. No one cares if you're ready. They might be ready. Everything that needs to exist already exists, you guys. If I can have success, like, and Rachel can have success from a jillion years ago when there was nothing, when we still had to look at the previous office view, like, and just wonder what the hell was, and no, you didn't know how many success points you had, like, you just found out when the month ended, like, success club didn't even exist for a while. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, if we can have success in an arena where there is nothing, like, you personally don't have to be anything to anybody. All you have to do is be genuine, passionate, and excited, and then get really good at pointing. Oh, that's over there. That's over there. That's over there. You don't have to do anything. Bring them. They'll get taken care of. There are so many resources now. It's made it so much easier. That's why the network has grown so much. And you see this crazy success so quickly. It's because before people had to just throw everything at the wall and see what stuck. And now we already know what's going to stick. So you just point them and it happens. So you don't have to be ready. I think that's really important. People want to get everything perfect and they don't want to invite people that they like respect or look up to until they've had success. And that, to me, you guys, think about this scenario. Okay. I worked in the entrepreneur world, right, for a long time. And I have all these friends. I respect them a lot. They're all great business owners. I would brainstorm with them and all of that. I want to work with them. I would want to work with them. Those are the exact people that I want on my team, right? But I don't want to invite them because I'm not good enough to invite them yet. So let's say they're all 10s on my 1 to 10 scale, but I feel like I'm a 5. And when I'm a 10, I'll invite them. So instead, I start inviting 3s and 4s and 2s because I know they'll join me. Do you think those 10s a year from now are going to want to join my team of 2s, 3s, and 4s? I think that's the culture they're going to be looking for. That level of success is what they want. When I'm painfully trying to get people to rank advance and painfully trying to get people to make money, and I call them a year in and go, hey, yeah, so I've got this thing for a year. Nope. Still an emerald. Oh, yeah. No, I never made any money. And no one on my team made any money. You should definitely join me. How different is that from, I just started this thing, I'm so excited about it. This is where I want to take it, and I respect and admire you for X, Y, and Z. I would love to build this with you. It's a very different ballgame, right? Now, they might say no, that's fine, but they will start watching. So and they'll come around. They all come around, you guys. I just don't even worry about it. As a rule, always invite up. Because you will create a team that is better than you. And the best way to build, go elite, to build any sort of 6-figure income is to build a team of people who are better than you. Not a team of people that will follow you or that you can convince, right? So where was I going with that? Oh, just because you're not ready doesn't mean they're not, right? You can invite other people that might be more confident than you, might be more ready than you, might be more fit than you, might be better at being in business space than you are. Great. Go nuts, invite them, let them show you up, and then ask them how they did it. Because everyone's making money off this situation. So please don't hesitate to invite until you feel ready. Okay? Especially because, you guys, action creates momentum, right? Which creates results. Results create confidence. So then you want to go out and you want to invite more. If you just sit around and think about this, you're going to be the person who took 6 months to go emerald. That's the story in your organization. It's going to take everybody 6 months to go emerald. And you're going to be painfully getting to diamond, 6 months from now, 6 years from now. Like, that's not ideal for the amount of sacrifice this business can take, right? Like that doesn't make any sense. So the last thing I wanted to say on this was, if you guys were at Super Saturday, which I know you all were because you all take your business seriously and are professional, you were at Super Saturday, you may have noticed that success starters are now going to be able to qualify for the trip early. You guys all saw that? Qualify to register for the trip? Okay. What do you think about that? If you wait to sign people up, they are going to have less time to get their Success Club points and qualify for Success Starters to get to go on the trip next year. So if you wait until you're super desperate and trying to hit some deadline at the end of the month, or your upline's trying to hit a deadline, seen that at the end of the year, right? Like all that stuff, you're screwing them out of a really cool opportunity to get on the trip for next year, because we know there's not going to be enough spots, right? We know that. It's not enough room, right, for everybody. But you have an opportunity if you get them started now with you side by side, instead of let me figure it out and then show you, but hey, let's go together. You give them a better opportunity to be part of the trip. Like that's huge. The trip is like the whole reason I ever even got Success Club when I was new. Someone was like, hey, make Success Club. You get to go to the Bahamas. I was like, done. Like that's happening. It was that simple. Like I didn't really know what else was how to do anything else, but that made sense to me. So make sure, again, that kind of goes in line with like, don't wait till you're ready. Make sure you're not focused on your ego, but you're focused on helping them have a better opportunity for success. Now, just, as a side note, you don't have to have only working coaches in your downline. I mean, I would say sign your spouse. My husband makes like $600 a week, and man doesn't even know how to log into his online office. Like, and insert income disclaimer here. Beachbody is not guaranteed any level of success, something, diligence and skill, whatever. But like, guys, that's just because he was first. That does not suck, right? Like, that's awesome, because that's a joint bank account right there that that's going into. So I get paid twice. And then my second business center is under him, right? So I sell through my second, and my third business center is my mom. But my second business center, I sell everything. I retail the crap out of that one. And then I get paid on it there. I get paid on it under him, and I get paid on it under me. So if you ever hear anyone say, if you want to make 18% on your downline instead of 6%, get to 2-star, that's what they're saying. It's because they signed to their spouse first. They were the first coach that they ever signed. I mean, they can be third or fourth, but really, why wait? I want them getting every dollar, right? So sign your spouse first. I really recommend it. And just a little note, if keeping your spouse active from a financial standpoint doesn't make sense for you when you're this new in the business, I understand that. As soon as you sign an additional coach on that side, your spouse can sit inactive as long as you don't lose your emerald. It doesn't ruin anything. They're still holding their spot. Or what I like to do is, if someone wants to buy something that's not tied to a Success Club point, I just sell it under him. Well, I did until I had the second business center, right? But I would just sell it, you want to buy hip hop abs? Fine, go nuts. Here's my link, but it will go to him. And that way I never had to worry about buying anything under him. He just stayed active, and he made a little commission, and that was perfect. It also put me in a really good position when I did need to go diamond, or want to go diamond, to build him as my first emerald. Right? So it does give you a lot of room. So I do recommend, I know I spoke a lot on helping people and then bringing in people that want to work, but please sign your significant other if you have one. Or your kid if you have like an 18-year-old plus. That works too. Okay, so those are all the theory, right? Duplication, momentum, confidence, let everyone know you're serious. Like, it all sounds really cool to go emerald. Great, we're going to get all this money. Money's going to fall out of the sky. There's going to be a parade in your honor. None of that's actually going to happen, just so you know. But it will be awesome. But how? How do you make this happen besides just signing up your spouse and begging your best friend? Which you can do. That's totally fine. I have no problem with that, as long as you replace them really quickly. Just go emerald again the next month and the next month. Because if you start your organization that way, it's not going to last super long, right? You got 5 weeks basically to replace them, which I think is fine. Because I would say all of the benefits are worth that, as long as you don't go, okay, cool, I'm emerald, I'm good, I'm going to chill here. long as you understand, you set the expectations for yourself, for your downline properly, that's temporary. You have to finish it, basically. So how do we get there? Obviously, the U+2. Everyone knows you can pay for 2 people, right? You can pay for spouse, family member living in your household, parent. I believe are the 3 rules. Someone read the PMPs if you don't know the rules on that. But you can pay for 2 people. You just sign them up on your card, email compliance, let them know you've done that, and they put a note on the account, U+2. And that's you're an emerald. It's done. Like, you guys, seriously, I don't know if you guys have ever done any other MLM, but even buying 3 challenge packs is cheaper than starting a company with most MLMs. Like, my friend tried to get me to join her Pampered Chef team, and I was like, sweet Jesus, you want me to give you $600 for like spatulas? Like, no, not even. Like, I'm not even. I'll use email compliance, love. Oh, there's 47 chats with someone else taking care of that. It's, yeah, like, but you could buy 3 challenge packs for that much money, right? And you can get sample packs on the individual challenge packs, and you can sell them, and you can use them as prizes, and like, you can get the performance line challenge pack on one and Shakeology sample packs on the other. Like, you can work this out. Like, I believe you guys can figure that out. You get paid on it, you get Success Club points for them, so you're already a Success Club 4. You're getting $40 at a minimum. You know, you made $80 back from the money you put out. Like, you guys can just go make yourself emerald if you want, and you can teach your downline to do the same thing, as long as you immediately set the expectation that you don't get to sit there, because again, it's temporary. You got 5 weeks and they go inactive. So get back to work and go build your real emerald now, is how I would put it. So anyway, what was I doing? Did you guys know that if you sign 5 coaches in 5 weeks on challenge packs, you get $100? Pretty sweet, right? So if you see, like, if you could get your 2 that you like pay for, and you then go recruit 3, you'd have 5 weeks, that whole 5 weeks. Not only would you solidify your emeralds, but hey, $100 for me, what? Like, and you have like 1 million Success Club points. It would be great. Okay, so that's like the technical side. Like, you can just do it. But how about if you want to actually like put yourself out there on social media and all that? I have an assignment that I do with my team. I'm doing it in the Fallen Diamonds group. I don't know if any of you guys are in there right now. It was a group of people who went to Diamond and fell. Anyone in the network was in there. They did it in there. Basically what it is you take a piece of paper. I have a piece of paper, how convenient. And you fold it like a hot dog, not a hamburger. Skinny, like this, okay? And so you have 2 columns is the point, okay? On one side, you write down at least 10 things that being involved with Beachbody prior to coaching, 10 things that being involved with Beachbody prior to coaching has done for you. Fitness, better blood sugar stuff, confidence, new friends, anything you got out of your being in your challenge group. And then on the other side, you write down, you do the same thing. It's 10 things that being involved with Beachbody post-coach sign-up has done for you. And I mean little things, you guys. The stuff before, even if you signed up as a coach from day 1, like I did, the little things could be, maybe you were following your upline and you got motivated and inspired by their posts. That was before they ever reached out to them. Maybe you stalked them for 6 months. Maybe your upline was a Group X instructor and being in their class really provided you a sense of community. So it doesn't have to be like Beachbody, but something happened before you signed up, and stuff happened after, right? So you have 10 things on each side. And usually when I do this assignment, it's done like we're going to sit here and do it. But clearly there's time limitation here, so we're not going to do that. But you would take the 10 items. They're just bullet points. Don't like turn it into a whole thing. And you would create stories. And they would be between 4 and 10 sentences. You cannot go past 10 sentences. Not allowed. Nobody cares, right? If you follow me on Facebook, you're probably like, what a hypocrite. But if you post for 7 years, then you can eventually post longer. But no more than 10 sentences, 4 to 10 sentences, telling a story about that thing. Why are you happy that it happened to you? Where were you before the thing happened? Where are you now because the thing happened? Was it something little? Like you were able to, my girl Julia, she stay-at-home mom, 2 kids. Her husband works, she doesn't. And this Christmas, she was able to buy him a present, like with her own money. Now, for some people, they're like, that's not big enough. That's not, I bought my mom a new car, right? But you don't you forget that these stories mean something to people. There are a lot of stay-at-home moms who hate taking their husband's money and would love to show their appreciation by buying them something from something that they earned themselves, right? That's a great story. And it's short, it's little. It's like, I'm just so excited I was able to do this. And I was able to do it by helping people get healthy and fit. Like, that's awesome, right? So you have these 10 stories. There's a reason why there's 10. Because every 3 days for 30 days, you're going to post one. And this allows you to share the business in a very soft way, in a way that you're excited about, that's real, that's genuine to you, and that's going to hit a lot of different people, because every time you tell a story, someone different is going to relate to it. If I saw Julia's story about being able to do that for her husband, it wouldn't resonate with me at all. I'm like totally like, oh man, like natural born hustler. I am woman, hear me roar. Like I don't depend on anybody. Like I'm so feisty, right? There's no way. But she shares a lot of really cool stories about being with her kids that I would resonate with, because I do want that for my kids I don't have yet. But that's one of the reasons is I never wanted to have kids if I was going to have to go to work. I would just rather not do it. Like that was my take on it. I was like, no, I'm good. Like, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be with them. And I'm going to go to every damn parent teacher thing ever, right? So when I see her sharing about her ability to do that and have a family day, that does get to me. So sharing these individual stories of these different aspects of what coaching has done for you. Now, it doesn't have to be financial. Coaching provides people a purpose, provides confidence, provides friendship, it provides personal development. Like, see a tank of gas. Seriously. You know how many people cannot afford gas and stress out at the pump? Like, that's been in more than one success story video from corporate. Someone not being worried that their car was going to get declined, getting gas. Like, you guys have to remember that the little things that have happened to you, they all add up to your whole coaching experience. But if you don't share all the little things along the way, sometimes you create a gap between where people are and where you are, and they can't see themselves in you anymore. So if you wait until you have these big stories, you're waiting too long. You're going to miss out on all the people that you can help who are going to sell one or two things. Who are going to come onto your team and they're going to, not be depressed anymore because of all the personal development. Or the person who, the military wife that has no friends because they move so much and they can't get settled anywhere. But maybe that she's a photographer right now. She's trying to build her business, but every time they move, she loses all her clients, right? Like there's a business aspect to her already. You gotta put that out there. All those little things. So to me, the best way to continually do that is to tell those stories over and over and over again. If you do it for 1 month, you can then do it again. You can take the same 10 things and do it over and over and over again, because new people are looking. You can tell it in a different way. You can use a different picture. You can put a little different spin on it. And you can tell the same 10 stories, plus you guys then tell the ones that come up and happen as your journey's progressing with coaching, right? Things are going to happen along the way. But you will always have a database of stories that you can go back to. And you can make sure that when you're not really feeling it, you're still posting about the business. Because too many people spend their time on the left side of their paper talking about challenge groups and fitness and my clean eating 5-day and blah, blah, blah. And they stop talking about the business, or they never start. I have to have this conversation sometimes with coaches who come in and make Success Club 15 or 20, but they don't sign a single coach. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what's happening right now? Like, this is not, you clearly have the skills, you clearly have the passion, but you're just not talking about this. People can't read your mind, right? So to me, it's really important to be sharing those all the time. Now, if you're feeling like I don't have a story, that is nonsense, and that's just something you're telling yourself. If you want to live in that space, that's fine, but it's not a successful space. I would say instead, how about just try it, do the exercise, and see how it goes. One of the most important things that you can do is just fake it until you make it, right? I think one of the most important things we can do when we're new is talk about where we're going versus what's happened. I am so excited because of this. I tell people all the time, the day you sign up, you have a story already. I was feeling this way. I followed this girl on Facebook. We chatted. I really felt like she listened to me. And I ended up ordering this, whatever they ordered, right? And you know what? It's not even here yet, but I'm just so excited that I finally took an action because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, nothing even happened. They haven't even tasted Shakeology yet at this point. And they have a story. So you do too. Everyone does. But if you feel like there's not a result enough right now, share where you're going. Share where you were, how you were feeling, what decision or action you've taken, and where are you going. Now that can be a more vulnerable point than showing something with results, right? Because then you have to go there. Then you have to actually do it. But so many people join this business for accountability and then never create accountability for themselves. They're going to sign up to be a coach because then I'll be way more accountable to my fitness. And then they never go Emerald. They never sign a single coach. And guess what? You're not magically more accountable. It's not magic. Like, it doesn't work that way. You have to build a team. And you have to do it quickly. You have to do it faster than, like, your enthusiasm is going to wear off, if that makes sense. Like, so that there are people looking up to you. There are people working this business with you. So the day that you don't feel like it, you have to do it because you told them that you would. And you're their coach now. So here we go. So if you don't build it, there is no additional accountability. If you don't talk about where you're going, there is no accountability. All right? You get to still do whatever you want. It's a very safe space, but it's not going to help you be successful. And I think that's what we all want, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't be on a call on a random Monday night. We're here for a reason. If you don't have anything to say, and actually, no, even if you do have something to say, I still think you should do this part. Share the success of others. I have a KISS list, which is like to keep it simple, stupid, KISS. And it's just like what I do every day, no matter what. And the first 4 things are workout, drink, Shakeology, obviously, personal development, obviously, because you guys know vital behaviors. And the 4th is recognize someone else. So I do things like a Transformation Tuesday or a Women Crush Wednesday, or today was Success Club. I recognize everyone who made Success Club. If you go out of your way to recognize someone for something every single day, and then you've got your coach stories in there, and you're talking about your goals and where you're going, people are just going to want to be part of that. Even if they say no to you when you blatantly invite them to your team, they will see every one of those posts, and eventually they will come around. But if you're not putting that stuff out there, they're not going to realize that you're having success, that you are passionate about what you're doing, that other people around you are having success. They don't have to be your customers. You could be a brand new coach in a challenge group. We do Saturday, which of course we stole from P25, and everyone just posts their stats for Saturday. I love sharing those because people are so happy. You can totally grab one and say, hey girl, can I share this? And share it on your page and say, oh, I'm so excited, this girl in my group that I'm working with. None of that's a lie, right? Like, don't lie and say this is I helped her with this, but someone I'm working with, someone who's doing the same thing I'm doing that I know, etc. You can share their story and continually showcase success. So tell stories, showcase success constantly, and then of course you do have to be doing the inviting, right? And so as you're inviting people again who you think might be above you in some arena of their life, and they're watching all this success, and your upline's recognizing you, it all just starts to come together for you. So yes, this call is not getting to Emerald, right? And real talk, I would say just do it. Just get out your credit card, find your 2 people, work that shit out, right? But then you have to replace that. You still have to build your team. You still have to have a foundation. And you want people to run with you. But you have someone to work with so you're not feeling alone. I mean, it's wonderful to have an upline and crossline and all that stuff, but like when they're yours, it's different. Right? When you're in it together, it's just different. So you do want to build that. And 2 things. 2 more things, and I'll stop talking. Okay, I promise. I always recommend that when you're inviting, you start with coaching. And then you work your way down. You guys ever bought a car from one of those dealerships where they're like, you're not paying for that price, right? Not like CarMax where they're like, hey, that's the price. We're not talking about it, right? But they're kind of the price is much higher than what you're going to pay. The reason why they do that is because whenever you agree on a price, you will feel comfortable with that price, even if it's below, right? With those on the window, because they will also feel comfortable with the price because they inflated it. So the concept there is that everyone leaves happy. They get the income that they were looking for. You don't feel like you overpaid. Everyone psychologically feels really good, okay? So think about this from a coaching standpoint. If I invite you to be on my team, and I invite you with the $295 showcase pack, the 3 programs and the tote bags and the brochures, I have a lot of room to go down from there, right? So if you go, oh, that's way out of my price range. Oh, no worries. We can get you 1 program at the 140. Is that more on your price range? Yes, but now they're gonna have objections about being a coach, right? So now it's I don't know if I could do that. Okay, great. Well, you know what we can do? You get this. You can sign up to be a coach anytime for free. You can start as a challenger. They're like, I'm still not doing it. Okay. You know what? I have a free 5-day coming up. The meal plan 5 days in 2 weeks. Why don't we put you in there? They're still not having it. Can I put you on my newsletter list for the love of God? Can I send you email? My girl Susan's really good about this. She'll say, is it okay if I follow up with you next month when I start my next group? And everyone says yes, because at this point they're like, I'm so uncomfortable. Please just whatever. But it works because when she follows up, she gets sales every time because they gave her permission, so it's not strange. And then my favorite is, great, can I add you to my newsletter list just so I can let you know about other free groups or any sales that I might have? And they say yes, and I say, awesome. Is there anybody that you know that might be interested? So I went all the way from join my team for $300 to could I please at least have some referral and maybe email you later. But that's a lot of steps. There's a lot of places to go. If you start at, can I add you to my newsletter? Where are you going to go from there? Does that make sense? If you start there, you start higher, you have somewhere to go. But you have to make sure you have something to offer them like at every place, right? So I say start with inviting to the team. And if they don't feel confident in their fitness, awesome. You have a solution for that. I don't know if you know this, but we have these challenge packs, right? You can help people with that. So this works. Like if you start with you lead with the business, the fitness will handle itself. If you lead with the fitness, then you play the waiting game of they've got to get results. They've got to feel confident. You've got to softly recruit them behind the scenes of your challenge group. Whereas if you just want to come out the gate, could have ended up in a whole different situation. Does that make sense? Okay. And then my recommendation, I don't know if you guys do this, is add any discount coaches you sign, except maybe your spouse, to the team page. Because the reason why I say not your spouse is because sometimes you don't want to complain about your spouse. And maybe their lack of support or their inability to watch your child during the team call or things like that. I find that people do like the team page kind of be their safe space. Maybe it's just my team. But add them, because how I look at it, they just started a 6-month sneak peek with me. I've had so many coaches just be excited seeing everyone else's success. Yeah, they joined because I was begging them because I wanted to get to Emerald in 3 days or 24 hours because Amber said so. But like this girl came on this call and said I had to get Emerald today, so you have to sign up. But then you add them to the team page, and then they watch the success, and they see you get recognized. They see the professionalism, they see the helpful attitude, they see the positivity, and they want to be part of it. And they technically are. So you'll randomly get you'll randomly get a text. Hey, I was wondering, I introduce everyone on the team page a little picture and a little story about them, about how I met them. And I go back, one thing I do, and I hope none of them are on the call, because I gave this link to my PS coaches. No, we're good. I can only see 2, and they're not that new. What I do is I go back through our emails from like every email I've ever sent them, and I figure out when did we meet, what have we talked about, what were their goals, have we been in challengers together before? Because sometimes, like I just signed a girl last week. She talked to me the very first 8 weeks to clean eating free group, 2011. And then another girl, I think the same day they signed up. The other girl she came to she didn't even come. She RSVP'd and sent me an email for my very first Shake and Share in 2011. That was last week. So that gave me a lot of context to look through all of our messages, and she's done free groups with me, and we've talked a lot of times, and this was the right time for her. But when I introduce someone, they give a full like thing so that the team knows who they are. And that's my coach, Rob. He was coach number 2, by the way. He was the other half of my Emerald. He's on the call right now. I gave him the link. So it's one of those things where I want them to be part of the community, even if they never even click like on a single thing. Because I was a discount coach for 8 months. So, you know what? My upline invited me to Super Saturday because they were doing Turbo Kick, and I freaking love that stuff. I was so in on all the turbo. I started my transformation in the group X room, full transparency. So there were not challenge packs back then. Turbo Fire didn't exist yet, but Shakeology was all over the gym. And he was teaching turbo at a Super Saturday, and he invited me 8 months after being inactive and active and like not ordering on HD and kind of being a jerk, those coaches you hate. And then I went all in, and I was Emerald within 2 weeks. Right away, I signed up my significant other right away, and then Rob was 8 days later, I think 7 days later. And then I have 60 months in Success Club, 50 of them are in Success Club 10. Like I just went, 3 times elite, top 10, 7-star. Like I didn't even ever look back, but you would have never guessed that. You would have never guessed that for me. I was still smoking and drinking and like drinking that Shakeology, right? Like I was not someone you go, oh, they're going to kill it, but he invited me anyway. And I was like, oh, I'm doing this. And the success stories and everything, I was like, we could get paid? What? Like, this is a real thing? Like, this, what? Like, I was so in. But I wouldn't have been because I wouldn't have known. Like, if you had just written me off as, like, not interested in the business. So, I realized it was a super long answer, but you get my point. So, I hope that helped. She gave me a little bit of direction. I just like, ugh. So is there anything specific you wanted me to cover? Did I do this?
Dude, that was so good. I love the idea of the stories.
Favorite assignment ever. I love it.
Love that idea. I'm totally, y'all, whoever is on my team, write out your stories and post them in our team page because we're starting that ASAP. Does anyone have any questions? That was such good stuff.
I only got like every 15th chat. So I hope nobody asked me any questions, but I was just like, ignoring you. You email to pay for 2, just compliance@teambeachbody.com. I think. Jemima. Somebody.
You guys better have a question. We have friggin' Amber Snow on, so ask your questions, y'all.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Madeline, go.
So how many challenge groups do you run in a month? And do you have any tips for instilling more of like a coaching attitude within the challenge groups, if that makes sense?
Yeah. So I've been running one group for about 18 months now. It's just one group. It starts every Monday. It's a new class every Monday. And I allow my brand new coaches to put people in there. But other than that, it's just mine. But when you're new, like you can't, there's not enough people on a challenge group. So they get one or 2, they can put it in there. But I have a very specific marketing strategy. So you guys, I worked in digital marketing at a startup for 6 years, and that's my degree is in. So I used to do strategy and execution for online services. And what I have on our team is we have a calendar that we follow. I'm telling you this to explain why I only have one group, because I don't want you guys to think one challenge group every month is enough. But what we do is first week is all inviting to something free. Second week is all inviting to something paid. Third week is all recruiting. And the fourth week is helping your downline hit success club. Or scrambling, if that's where you're at, to hit success club. What that allows me to do is I only have to advertise and promote one challenge group a month, but I'm making so many contacts on a regular basis. Like while I'm in the 5-day, I'm recruiting every single one of those people. Like while I'm recruiting, all those people are also Success Club points, right? Like, so it allows me to continually be bringing in points all month. So I can hit Success Club 5 in the first part of the month, no worries. 10 by the 10, just like rule, and everything else is a bonus. But having that strategy, they just do it over and over and over again, provides me a lot of, I don't have to have like a new group and a new plan and a new everything. because I bring people in so consistently that I have somebody to start every Monday. That makes sense. I forgot the rest of your question. Sorry.
Well, I guess first off of that, so you have one big group that you put everybody in that like starts the week every Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then the second part of that is, what do you do anything to kind of empower those challengers to start developing a coaching mindset?
Got it. There's three things. It sounds like I had this prepared, but I'm gonna like do a thing now. There are three things that I do to empower and honestly take responsibility off myself after all these years. It got really annoying to like be on everyone's ass all the time. So one, they track their own points. They can earn 5 points a day with a 6th bonus point for sharing publicly on Facebook, which is one thing I do to start the coaching, right? Because people are like, what are you doing? So they have to track their own points. And if they don't track their points, they get a text message going, what are your points? What's going on, right? And they don't get one very like soon because it takes you a while to look at the thing. But like 3 days later, I'm going to be like, hey, where have you been? Which allows, they take that like responsibility for themselves. They're in charge of their own stuff. I'll provide them all the resources. I will call them out. I will love on them. I will post all day long. But at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own stuff. I did that because I found that people were not making that leap between managing themselves into managing others because they weren't even managing themselves. I was like, oh my God, right? So by including a point in that system for sharing publicly, that does get them used to that because some of my overachievers want every damn point, right? It's a bonus point, no less. All my A students, right? They're like, I gotta have a point. Also, they have a buddy that they're responsible to. The buddy selected close in age, close in time zone, and also has kids or does not have kids, just so they can relate to each other. And they're responsible for that person's like journey. So there's no like my buddy didn't check in for me. It's like, well, did you check in with them? They're responsible for that person. So they're coaching one. They're my customer, obviously, right? But they're coaching one already and themselves. And then with the group. And then I actually do something where once a month I tag everyone not a coach, not very many people, and say, hey guys, I just noticed like you're all still paying full price. You must have slipped through the cracks, like my bad. I want to make sure everyone's getting their 25% off. If you're already getting 25% off, drop your sticker below. If you want to get 25% off, drop your email below. And so they realize that like 70% of the group is getting this 25% off because they all post their sticker and they're like, wait, what did I miss? What the hell? And so then they drop their email and I email them just the steps on upgrading and explain you have all the rights and responsibilities of a coach, or all the rights of a coach, but none of the responsibilities. But I still send them a welcome email. Same welcome email. It just says, hey, I know you only signed up for the discount, but I don't want to forget to send you this later. I just want you to know this is open to you and save it for later. Don't delete it. So I tell them. So I would say those are probably the 3 biggest recruiting things I do in my calendar.
Thank you.
I saw like a question way so far up about putting people under your spouse. It was so far away. I don't know what it was, but I think they were asking, should you put him under your spouse if you're not diamond yet or something? Just, I would say don't ever go under your spouse unless you have to. And then when you do get to a point where you want to start building them to diamond, which you will, because cycle bonuses and matching bonus and you name it, then you're going to be focused on making sure your diamond is super secure. Like you'll never have to sweat it. And then you can start building them. And I would say just throw all the discount coaches under them. Start. Like if someone says, I don't want to work, this is great. Here's my account. I run it with my husband. Like whatever. Put a picture of both of you on the profile. And build them then. But I almost would say wait until you want to build them then. Because you should have 2 solid emeralds. You're never gonna have to worry about yours. Unless you're on like a diamond deadline where like there's a recognition that's gonna happen, there's a present, there's a summit's happening. There's different things that might motivate you differently at that particular time. But in general, that would be my recommendation. I think that was the question. Okay. Are you good? Everyone's gonna go emerald immediately? Right now we get off the call. And then we tell all your downlines. Emerald.
Worlds will explode.
I got a call from corporate at some point, and they said, "You know that you have more emeralds. Like the ratio of my emerald to coaches was higher than anyone in the company." They're like, "What are you doing over there?" I'm like, "Oh, just making emeralds all day." I'm like,
Emerald factory, dude.
Cool. No questions? Successful marketing strategies. Infographics? I don't make infographics. Could you even see me? I barely get the recognition pictures done. Okay. What's a cold hot market? That doesn't even make sense. That question doesn't make sense. Most successful marketing strategies, never stop. Never ever stop posting. When you're sick of it, keep posting. If you think you've told that story 75 times, tell it again. Never stop posting about your journey. So I don't know if there's anybody who's like Star Diamond and above, but it's really easy to only talk about your team and not share your own journey or the journey that got you there. You gotta share that all the time. Always be improving, always be on a new journey, on a new program, on a new something, a new thing. That's what bonds people to you. They want to be part of that. So you need to do all of that. So just never stop. And never stop growing your network. Like you don't get to ever go a day in this business without adding a friend or a like or a, what are they on Instagram? Followers? I don't know, not my thing. But you know, you don't get to go a single day. Like your job. You are a network marketing professional. Build your effing network. That's my best marketing strategy for you. And then successful development outside the cold hot market. I don't know what that means. I have prizes in my challenge group? No, sometimes no. What? Their points are, you know, the job well done. Well, if they don't do their points, then they have to leave. So it's more the other. Yeah, we used to have a challenger of the week, and that was cool. And then like I ran out of free stuff because you know how like you just get all this crap. Like there's all this prizes all the time, right? So at some point you have like this large amount of stuff, and then I ran out of things. Because we were traveling for that year, so we didn't have an address, so none of my stuff was coming to me. It was all in my friend Jessica's house in Florida. So I just stopped doing it. But yeah, prizes are cool. People love recognition. I used to just, when I ran out of prizes, I would just pick a challenger of the week based on their points and just celebrate them. And that's just as good. They don't need stuff. They just want someone to notice that they're doing a good job. Don't we all? Really? Don't we? Isn't a handwritten card better than a present? If it's written and it means something, it's like a true, genuine compliment about something you really did. Like that just goes so much further. So, yeah. Oh, you know what? Melissa sent me this question privately, so none of you guys can help me decipher it. Nobody else can see it. All right. Well, okay. Good then, I suppose.
I think so. Dude, thank you so much. That was awesome. I know I took a ton of notes. I hope everyone else did. Let's become an Emerald Factory, y'all. Let's do this. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a good night, everybody.